This is my boy Chase right here. My pick is good old samurai cook headband wearing self Chase Fowler. He calls himself the champ, alright? And dude, this dude, he been talking mad noise. He got Dalton last week. I think he's in an awesome place to get him again this week.
Oh, my man is so fine.
My name is Chase Fowler, and I've been at Swink for 2 years.
So, how did you get started at Swink?
It's pretty interesting. My wife had been coming here off and on for about 6 years, and she'd been asking me to come, and so we hadn't been able to spend as much time as we liked together, so I thought I'd give it a shot, so I signed up for a month, and that's kind of how I ended up here about 2 years ago. What surprised me most about Swink was I came in here, I've played collegiate soccer, I played soccer my entire life, so I thought I'd walk in here and I'd be one of the fitter individuals in the gym, and it took me a couple weeks to realize that I was probably one of the least fit individuals in the gym, so kind of the perception of being able to come in here and do all the movements, it was a surprise that I was far from being able to do that. One of my favorite things to do at Swink, which most people won't be surprised, is I really enjoy running. I've been trying to get Andre to have us retest our 5K for probably the past 6 months. Being that I played soccer my entire life and the basis of soccer is basically being able to run a lot, every time we have a WOD with running in it, I get really excited about it. One of the most memorable things that happened to me is probably a funny story as well. I had been here about a month and we had I remember the workout distinctly. It was a 800-meter run into a 1,000-meter row into 30 deadlifts 4 times at 225. I didn't say anything, but I was thinking in my mind, I'm about to kill all these fools today. We went out on the 800, way too hot. I remember rounding the corner, Tracy being, I want to say 20 yards in front of me, and me thinking, okay, when we get to 100 yards, I'll kick it and I'll catch her. Well, we got to 100 yards and I kicked it, she just kept going. So long story short, we came in, I kind of died on the row in the deadlifts. Apparently Bobby was trash talking after, saying I knew he went out so hot on the run that I was going to catch him on the road because he couldn't keep up with me on the road. So probably the first introduction to a workout where I thought I was going to do really well, and I didn't pace myself well enough at all, and I just went out way too hot. The friendships that I made at Swink, that's probably the best part about Swink. It's a great group of guys. It's the base, they're the base of the guys that I hang out with. We do trips together, but a lot of us like to trash talk. We have a group conversation that goes on. It's something that people think I just like to trash talk, but a lot of it comes with the idea that I want people to trash talk me so that it can motivate me, because I get a lot of motivation out of that. So a lot of people don't realize that's where I come from, and I'm wanting them to, kick it back at me to kind of push me further. One of the biggest challenges for me at Swink is finding the time to get here. Being a husband and having 2 children, and both of us wanting to be able to work out at Swink, the first year and a half, us basically having to take turns coming to work out. A lot of times we weren't able to work out the same day. It's just hard finding time, and then you want to compete with everyone in the gym, but if you can't put in that time, then it's a lot harder to do that. Recently, with the new option to bring our kids, we've both been able to kind of get an extra workout or an extra day in every week. But for me, that's the hardest part, is finding the time and coming to the realization that, my kids are important and they come first above all, but I also have to kind of put myself first at times too and kind of go do things that I enjoy. What's my favorite cheat meal? For me, that's pretty easy. It's Chick-fil-A, but more specifically, it's their chocolate chip cookie. It's really hard for me when I do go to Chick-fil-A not to get that cookie. And then probably my favorite healthy meal, my wife, she was doing a weight loss class here at Swink, and she got a recipe for a cauliflower and chicken curry. She made that one time, and it's by far the best meal I've had that I would consider extremely healthy, and I could eat it every week. How has Swink helped me become healthier outside of just working out in the class? I would say it's the eating lifestyle. The first year I was here at Swink, I worked out for what I thought was consistently. However, I kind of ate the same food. I got in better shape, I was able to do more movements, but I never really felt like I was making big progress. In January, I remember looking at a picture from Christmas and then kind of looking at one from college and looking at myself and like, man, you've gained 10 to 20 pounds, and I didn't, just in my neck and face I could see it. At the same time, my wife was taking the weight loss class, and we kind of both made a conscious decision to kind of eat healthier. And being at Swink, it's a culture of the coaches and everyone's constantly pushing you not just to work out, but to live a healthier lifestyle, to eat healthier. Over the last 8 months, I've seen a huge change in kind of my physical appearance, but also being able to come and do the workouts and do long, hard workouts where I don't feel like I'm dying 10 to 15 minutes into it, and I feel like I can keep pushing myself. What would I tell someone who is scared to start at either Swink or start CrossFit, who hadn't either worked out or hadn't done CrossFit before? It took me 6 years to walk into the door. I did my own running, I did my own just regular working out weights. You'll build friendships in here. It's not the cult everyone says it is. Everybody can do the workout. There's scaled versions, but everyone's very encouraging, and you get to see the progress you've made. I can see where I started out 2 years ago and kind of what I can do today. And it's a journey. It's not just a journey about working out, it's a lifestyle journey. Who is my biggest rival in the gym? Well, there's two of them. One being Dalton. He knows, and I think I'm the same way. We're both trying to beat each other in the open this year, but also is a healthy Joe. Even when he's injured, he still beats me in a lot of the workouts, but they're both the individuals where they're probably maybe a little better at me in the vast majority of the movements, but we're pretty evenly matched as far as a total CrossFit workout goes. What are my favorite movements and what are my least favorite movements? The least favorite's pretty easy. It's thrusters. If anyone witnessed 19.5 last year, I got down into doing single clusters at one point. I don't know what it is about them. They tire me out quicker than any other movement.
Don't push me too hard.
My favorite movement is pretty much any bar movement, but my favorite at the moment is bar muscle up. I wouldn't say I'm great at them, but it's a movement that I feel like I can do consistently. I don't necessarily get tired, and I just enjoy doing the movement. Any final words? Dalton, I'm coming for you.
Here. Like team. Don't push me too hard.